नमस्कार दोस्तों, today's topic is landmark RTI judgments. I request the new viewers to please subscribe to the channel and like the videos. So there are many landmark judgments of Supreme Court in relation to RTI and their broader implications on governance, transparency and the limits of RTI Act are as under. So I have taken important and very crucial judgments in this video which will help you a lot. First one and the foremost is CBSE versus Aditya Bandopadhyay 2011 judgment of the Supreme Court. The court decided about providing evaluated copies of answer sheets to the students. Issue was, can a student see copies of evaluated answer sheets through RTI? Judgment. Yes, the Supreme Court held that answer sheets are information under Section 2F of the RTI Act and are public documents. This judgment not only helped the students but it also helped the applicants in the recruitment. After recruitment, most of the organizations were not showing marks to the applicants and also not displaying the merit list. So under this judgment, now the organizations are providing minutes, marks, wait list, etc. to the applicants. So what did the judgment say? So judgment says that the evaluated answer sheets are covered under information, that is Section 2F of the RTI Act, and are a public document. So what was the significance of the judgment? That we have already discussed about recruitment. Now we will see as per the examination system. It promoted transparency in the examination system, reduced chances of arbitrary evaluation, empowered students to hold institutions accountable. So the broader impact was, the judgment is a benchmark for academic transparency. It has been followed by CBSE, state boards and universities, ensuring fair evaluation practices. So as you have seen, this judgment is very important and ensured transparency throughout the school education and higher education and even in the recruitment system. Second judgment is Grish Ramchandra Deshpande versus CIC. It is a 2013 Supreme Court judgment. The issue was, can personal information like service records, income tax returns of a public servant be accessed under RTI? So as an employee, we share a lot of information with the employer. So can that information be shared? Specifically income tax returns. The judgment said information is denied. The court held that such information is protected under Section 81J, that is personal information, unless larger public interest justifies disclosure. So if there is a larger public interest, it can be shared. Significance: protected individual privacy in government service, used by PIOs to deny RTI requests for confidential details unless necessary for public good. So the broader impact is often cited in service record and vigilance related RTIs to decline disclosure. It defines the privacy boundary under RTI. So it says that personal information like income tax returns and service records cannot be shared. Now we are moving to the next case, Union of India versus Namit Sharma. This is a 2013 Supreme Court judgment. The issue was, should information commissioners only be people with legal/judicial background? This is very important. So judgment said, the Supreme Court reversed its earlier 2012 judgment and held that judicial background is not mandatory for information commissioners. Significance of the judgment was, it reasserted that executive officers or civil servants with administrative experience can also serve as commissioners. Balanced administrative expertise and legal insights. So it opened gates for many administrative officer executives to become information commissioners. So the broader impact is, it helped preserve the composition and functioning of the CIC and SICs as envisioned under the Act, and it avoided judicial overreach. So we are going to the next judgment, Khannapuram Gande versus Administrative Officer 2010. It is a Supreme Court 2010 judgment, and the issue was, can a citizen ask for reason or logic behind an administrative or judicial decision through RTI? This is very important judgment, as most of the RTIs are based on what, why, where and how questions, that is challenging or asking for the reason of a administrative or executive decision. So what did the judgment say? It denied the information. RTI Act is limited to existing records and documents. It does not include seeking opinions, reasons or explanations. Even I filed a number of RTIs, and most of the time CIC used to reply like this. However, I wanted to challenge it, but I am waiting for one of the RTI's second appeals decision, then I will challenge. So clearly the significance says clearly drew the line between information and interrogation, prevented misuse of RTI as a tool to challenge decisions directly. In my opinion, if the reasons are available on record, it can be shared. However, judgment says that RTI cannot provide opinion or suggestions. Broader impact. PIOs often cite this judgment when queries are in the form of why or how, instead of asking for factual record. So hypothetical questions are to be avoided in RTIs. That's what this judgment says. Next judgment is Namita Sharma versus Union of India. This is a 2012 Supreme Court judgment, and the issue was, are only legal qualified persons eligible to be information commissioners? So this is again the same case. Initially Supreme Court ruled that information commissioner should have legal background. This was meant to measure quasi-judicial expertise. Later the Supreme Court overturned it, and now the administrative officer, public servants can also become CIC or SIC. Summary impact. Aditya Bandopadhyay, it boosted transparency in education. Girish Deshpande, it set privacy safeguards under RTI. Namit Sharma, it defined who can be RTI commissioners. Khannapuram Gande, it clarified that RTI is for information and not opinions. Again, Namit Sharma raised debate on qualification of CIC and SIC. So this was the complete video, and important judgments have been shared with you. I hope you have got a good insight and you would be able to use these judgments in replying to the RTIs. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. Please tune into other videos as well.